to preserve the history of Walton County. Sarah Commander started it in 1995, I believe is the date, and she was able to secure the building and get us started, so we've been going ever since then. Some of the pictures and things that we have been donated, and we have several paintings by Mr. Sanders, and they have been donated, and most of the things in here have been donated. I'm proud of our local artists, and we have their books up in the bookstore. And Carolyn's responsible for the different exhibits.
A lot of times, like if I'm doing the tour or whatnot, because there's no way you can pinpoint every single thing in here to a group of people or to an individual. So I try to just pick out the highlights of a lot of them, and I sort of talk to the person to begin with and see what more is their interest. Now, if it's a child, if it's a children's group, of course, naturally the Columbian mammoth tooth is the favorite of theirs. So we always point that out, especially if it's to the kids, how amazing it is that it was found right here in Walton County. Well, one of my favorite ones is actually the exhibit we have of Reverend Tyrone Baraldus, that he had the willpower to get out of here and join the service and go in and wind up color guard for the President of the United States. How many towns can say that?
And we were able to put a stone in the garden in his honor, and his sister Gwen came. We do have some of the old programs from the first Chautauqua, and Diane Pickett, revived that when she moved back here, and it has grown, and I'm thankful that we have Chautauqua, and that is historical because we were the winter assembly in the land of summer from the mother Chautauqua in Chautauqua, New York. So I'm proud of that. And this right here, Governor Katz, governor from 1917 to 21, and as he used to say, he took Alice May, his wife, and his 7 kittens to Tallahassee in an automobile.
It's the gown that his wife that she wore, and it was actually hanging at Tallahassee for a long time.
We're proud of that, and we do have it here in our museum. This is really right behind me. Yes, a great example of our history. Miss Ruby Burton, called the Lady of the Lake. She wanted this rug. She designed it. Here she dyed it. She stripped and she hooked this rug. It took her 5 years to hook it. And
it's very impressive.
It is a beautiful, it's just as pretty on the back side
that's what I was going to say.
As it is on the front side. And we have several of her things up here, but the rug fascinates people. Wayne Sconyers is our genealogist, and he is very good at what he does.
Genealogy, which it was voted to be part umbrellaed, part under the Heritage Association. It actually started people just interested in trying to find out
about their families.
About their families. And he has got, I don't know how many already he's done, but he says it's just a nip of it. There's so much, and there's so much history and so much information in those. So hopefully, and it's all, what he has is all on the computer. Yeah, I just think everybody just needs to know a little bit about their county history. It's fascinating. People is really surprised when they really do find out when we tell them some of the things that came from here or some of the events that came from here. And they just had no idea. And I think, well, this is the time to learn about your community and your county.
This side we have this Allison. This is from her store. This is one of the cases from her store. Everything in here came out of her store, and there's several pictures here of different things, and you see down here even lenses.
Of course, if anybody had ever went in Miss Allison's store, they know there was some of anything you ever wanted in there. So
from music to tobacco.
Yeah. The family was very gracious in donating all that.
And this is Miss Allison right up here. This came from her store. This is the store, actually the store.
H&M hot dogs. Now, we've had people from all over the world just say they have to come and check it out. It's our most famous, and that's actually the original cash register. That, if you remember, if you grew up here, the best hot dogs in town. H&M
hot dogs are still busy today.
Yeah.
Chautauqua era.
Yeah, it's actually from, now the old phonograph or the old record player is not, I don't think, part of it, but it's from the old Chautauqua Hotel. The couch or settee or whatever they want to call it was actually from that,
era.
From that era, from the Chautauqua. Of course, that's, you know, this is original. That's the way the hotel originally looked.
That would have been a beautiful, beautiful place. And you know, only the kitchen burned. They could have restored that.
Yeah,
but
that's a shame.
They decided to tear it all down. Yeah, okay. These are paintings by Mary Vinson. She was a local artist. She's deceased now, but did some beautiful work. Okay, this is the farming community. Oxen yoke and the old wagon, turpentining.
Turpentining was a big industry, you know, back in, and there's actually things from the local dairies that we had here in town.
These are the actual old water pipe casings for the city. Wooden.
Back in the early days, as they called it, there was a school in every little community that went up to at least the 7th grade, but most of them went to the 9th grade. And so this just sort of represents all the schools that was in Walton County and some of the colleges.
And that's me right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
1957. And Tivoli started their own museum.
So we don't have very much of that.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember how these old desks used to be, but that's when I was in elementary school.
Me too.
That's the way you had them. Of course, this is.
That's a portable desk.
Yeah.
You can take this, set it up, see, and make it a portable desk.
It's a hair dryer.
Look at that hair dryer.
And I tell you, I show a lot of people when they come, especially the young girls, I say, now if you think you're so tough, you know, you try blowing your hair dry with this. Women were really tough in the 20s. That was actually the first TV that was brought into Red Bay, Florida.
The old radios. And this is our military exhibit. It goes all the way back to you had to have food stamp, what is this? What's it called?
Ration tickets?
Yeah, rations. Have to have rations.
Of course, that's Reverend Broadus' information. Site C6.
And then this is our Chautauqua. We've already covered some of that, but and this is Governor Katz, and this is the governor, and that's Alice May, his wife. And that's Sunbright Inn now.
Yeah.
This is the dress that they took to Tallahassee. This is Miss Ruby Burton, young picture. This is when she was older. She's responsible for most of the shrubbery in the lake yard.
Those are actually the land records for the city of Defuniak, where if you bought property, they recorded it.
They're dated.
And they're from early 1900s, and I don't know if there's any 1800s or not, but
have
early
a-
1900s to I think 63 or 64. A lot of people love looking at the original, where it was actually originally recorded.